stop and take a little time out with me. Just take 5.
All right, what's going on, everybody at Take 5 Pod? You know exactly what we're doing here. All right, so we got episode 21. Morey lied. All right, so this is going to be a funny one. And we got a special guest with us today. We got Parker with us here. We're going to be asking him a few questions. But so a little bit about Parker. So he is a retired wide receiver from the University of South Alabama. All right, so he's a former athlete. Atlanta fan, Atlanta native, so he likes the Braves, Hawks, and Falcons. And he's coming on here to promote the podcast. So without further ado, let's get on into it. But actually, no, more ado. So we actually do have a website going up right now for the Take 5 podcast. So it's going to be take5pod.com right down there. So make sure y'all check that out for some more information about us as individuals, more information about the podcast, and more content on there. So definitely check that out. Let's get into our guest. All right. So I'm gonna switch the layout here again. Parker, a couple questions for you, man. But again, appreciate you for getting on this morning.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. All right, dude. So you're a retired wide receiver. So my question is about the wide receiver position in football. What's something about the position, about playing the position, that wouldn't meet the casual fan's eye that you think people should know about?
Oh, it's easy. All right. Timing and spacing. It doesn't matter how athletic of a person you are, you could be the most athletic person on your team. If you are not on the same page as your quarterback, you will not get in the football game. All the players you see that make money and make all these big plays, okay, Calvin Johnson, obviously, probably besides him and Julio, everybody else, they are on the same page in the film room. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not just, outrunning people. So yeah, that's definitely.
And you talk about time and space, and that's practice, that's film room. You know what I mean? That's not, a lot of people have that natural athleticism, but it's really that practice that work you put in. For sure. All right, next question. So what made you hang the cleats up? What made you give up football?
Yeah, so I was going into my 5th year there. I played 4 years, just graduated, and I just kept getting hurt every year. I'd go make some climbs with that roster, and then all of a sudden, right before the season or right before something bad would happen. And I don't know if y'all know, but South Alabama's receiver room, past 4 years, there's 3 or 4 dudes in the NFL and 2 Blenkoff Award watch lists this year. So I mean, it was really just let's go get a job. Let's go make some money instead.
Yeah, felt that.
No, I definitely feel that. And like you mentioned, the sports are so competitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many different players, and football is one of those popular sports in the States. So there's just athletes everywhere. There's athletes everywhere. You said go get a job. Do you have anything left to give the game of football? Do you see yourself maybe working in football, maybe coaching, or maybe even putting the cleats back on?
I'm not putting the cleats back on, but coaching, I really did think about staying there and being a graduate assistant, because our coaches are some smart dudes. They're good coaches. They come, a few of them came under Saban, so they got the knowledge, and I feel like I'm pretty smart. I'm a film guy, but it's a long road if you want to be successful with being a coach. That's a lot. So
yeah, definitely. So I went to school sport management, and that's kind of one of the avenues I guess some coaches take. And it is a long road from volunteering to your pee-wee football, baby. You know what I mean? You gotta go through the ranks. You really have to pay your dues with that. And yeah, it's tough, but I don't know. It'd be interesting though. That'd be an interesting job.
Yeah, no, it'd be a lot. You're never home. Like you are never home.
Right? Or you could be home in an instant. You know what I mean? Like it's a business.
Exactly. It's a business. Exactly.
That's definitely business. So, but I'm pass it to Ian. Ian, you got a question for Parker?
Yeah. So you said you learned about timing and spacing. I just want to know what was your like biggest takeaway off the field, like throughout that like process at South Alabama?
Like pertaining to football or
Yeah, pertaining to football.
yeah. So off the field, I think the biggest thing is like you got to take care of your body and your mental, like 100%. You know, I've seen there's been a lot of dudes that came into the program and for whatever reason they left early, injuries, off the field issues, but I mean they could have had it all. And if you take care of your body, you know, drink your water, stretch, you know, stay out of trouble, all that, like stay in the books.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it gets you like playing college football really got me into like a good rigid routine to where I feel like, I mean, I could really do anything and not get too overwhelmed and like too stressed out. Like it was definitely an awesome experience. I'm very glad I did it.
That's
awesome.
the biggest thing. I feel like having a routine gets you focused, gets you in the right mental.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like that was sorry?
Go ahead.
Do you feel like
No, you're good. You're good.
Difference going from high school to college is just learning how to manage your time. I feel like we all deal with that as college students, but being a student athlete as well with such an intense practice and workout schedule, I'm sure, was that difficult to get right in the first year at least?
Oh yeah, the first year, yeah. Like, I mean, I was a finance major. I don't know why I did that. You know, I don't know why. So like, you know, a lot of my teammates weren't studying as much because they didn't have to. They make good grades, but like, dude, yeah, that freshman year, that was a wake up call. I was like, oh, I got to go home and hit the books instead of, you know, just like getting on the game every night. But yeah,
it's true. It's the truth of it.
It is, man.
But yeah, so that's Parker. You know, make sure you all follow him on social media at the bottom there. Parker Kaler 2.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, so we're gonna get into the show right now. Make sure y'all follow us as well on all social media. Take 5 Pod. Let's get into this thing. So we have a bit of some slides to get through. A lot of news this week across all sports, but let's just get right into it. So we have some football news here. I want to hear from Parker. So Dalvin Cook signing with the Jets. The Jets, they've been making some very, very big moves lately. They're one of the most hyped up, most talked about teams in sports media, in the football world, of course. What do you think about the Jets right now and what they're doing, Parker?
I mean, yeah, I think the Jets, they're I want to say they're top 4 or 5 in the AFC. I mean, they got Aaron Rodgers. I think he's disrespected. Dalvin Cook, veteran running back with Breece Hall. I mean, good defense too. Like, I think they're going to be a lot better. I mean, I think there's definitely hype behind him, but Aaron Rodgers, like he could any season lead a team to a Super Bowl. Like you never know. It's Aaron Rodgers.
This is true. No, this is true. Some call him the GOAT. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But all right. So what about this signing though? Like, what do you think Dalvin Cook still has left in the tank?
I mean, dude, 8 almost 9 million that's a lot for 1 year for a guy that age, especially the running back position. Like all that drama going on with the running backs. But I mean, you need a 2-headed snake in the NFL, in my opinion. And I know they have Michael Carter, but like he was there too. But Breece Hall and Dalvin, they're gonna be nasty back there.
No, that's scary.
That's scary. Dalvin still got it, man. Like he just got to stay healthy.
Yeah. I mean, and to that point where like if you don't have to be at every down back, then you know that will prolong your career. At least give him a couple extra years than what he might have done if he stayed in Minnesota. But I think that backfield and having Aaron Rodgers, the field's gonna open up for literally every player on the offense. So
especially Garrett Wilson. Like Garrett Wilson might have a major year this year. Like he was gross with Mike White and Zach Wilson and Joe Flacco. Like he's gonna be serious with A-Rod.
what's the Jets' weakness at this point? We have the quarterback. We have, we have a running game. You know what I mean? We have defense. What's going to be their downfall is my question.
Apparently their O-line is like really trash right now, and like they need like a left tackle, but like no one wants to play tackle because like it's a way different position than guard. So like they really do have a problem right now on their O-line. Like apparently like A-Rod's like pissed off and like he wants David Bakhtiari there and stuff. Like it's a whole mess.
I did see that that headline yesterday that like Brian Gutekunst, the Packers GM, said like they're not trading Bakhtiari at all. Like there's no chance.
Yeah.
Rodgers, man, he gets what he wants though. So
Oh yeah.
And I mean he's gotten most of what he's asked for these past month or two. So
that's what I mean. So I don't know. We can't count it out. We cannot count it out. Jets, it's going to be an interesting team to follow. I mean, they've been the most interesting team in the offseason for me, but I want to see how they all put this thing together. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Now I want to introduce you all to the Book of James. Okay. Now this is where it gets serious. All right. This is where it gets incredibly serious. Y'all see Ian in pain and agony at the bottom of your screen there. This is where it gets serious. The Book of James, everybody. All right. So we're talking about James Harden. He's been in media a lot this week. He's done a lot. And I want to hear, what's going on with him. But let's go through the Book of James. I want to make sure we all have the context. So, all right. So it started early this week, 6 days ago to be exact. Okay. So it said that the 76ers, they're stopping the trade talks with the Clippers, and they're trying to bring James Harden back. Okay. So in addition to that, it came out that James Harden, he's expecting that max contract, even though, interestingly enough, Daryl Morey, may or may not have promised that to him. Let's keep it moving. So chapter 2, a liar he is. All right. So, Take 5. I got to bring the video out. So let's listen to this.
He's a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of. Let me say that again. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of again.
The fact that he said it twice, man.
Yeah, he's a
clown. He said, "Let me repeat myself." Daryl Morey is a liar. Okay, so James, obviously he's referring to that max contract he thought he was promised, he thought he was due for in Philly. We don't know what's going on with that. He said also that he's not going to be a part of any organization that Morey is a part of. Then he tripled down. He tripled down on it. He did.
Do you have an open line of communication with the 76ers, and how much patience do you need to have to let this play out?
I'm been patient all summer, so for me it's just focus on what I can control, and that's working out, staying in shape, and getting ready for a good season.
Too late to repair the relationship?
I think so.
Chapter 3. Shockwaves. Obviously this broke the media. We got James Harden trying to basically putting everybody on blast. They're doing some dances and stuff with some people like, all right, man. So I want to hear from you guys about James Harden. All right. So first, what's your reaction about this James Harden drama? So we'll start with our guest. Parker, what'd you see from this?
I just think whatever's going on in that Philadelphia organization is a dumpster fire, because aside from Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, we thought he was somewhat of a star when he was there before he didn't shoot the layup. And then now you got James Harden, who was my favorite player in the NBA in Houston. I mean, he's not the same. He's taking a step back, but just doing all this publicly, like, I'm not in his headspace, but I mean, he can't go back. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely that battle that's happened, especially in the NBA between player and organization.
Yeah.
You know, James, he's been on many different teams in the past couple years. You know, we talk about Brooklyn, we talk about Houston. And you're the Philly fan. Talk to me.
I mean, like Parker said, like he was one of my favorite players too. Like in Houston, like so, like it's just hard for me. Like it's just weird. Like my favorite players are turning out to be weird, like for no reason. Like we're giving this man money, have a good. We have a pretty good team. We have the MVP. What else does he want? I really don't get it.
He
Like
needs
if
more
he
strip clubs.
you said what?
Yeah,
He
basically.
needs more strip clubs. Houston got him.
Or something like
Yeah,
more
like,
dough, something. But like
it definitely
like,
needs the bread.
I feel like our contract we gave him was like what? It had to be like 35 million or something. It's pretty not bad. Like especially for the player he is right now. Like Parker said, like he's taking a step back. Like 35 is pretty around his range. So I really don't know what he's gonna get from like the Clippers or wherever he wants to go. So the whole situation is just weird to me.
I mean, this is just the hardened like prerogative these days. Like once the offseason hits, or like even close to the trade deadline, I guess like it's, oh, I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here, and this is becoming a story like every single year. So
yeah,
I mean, we want to be all for players, you know, wanting to get as much money as they can make throughout their career, but like when it's starting to, and yeah, we don't know what the backdoor conversations are, but when like it's a continual thing, like it's hard to fully back a player like James Harden because
exactly.
you just go into it like I feel like you give no team anymore any hope that like you're gonna stay past a year, if that, because he wants to just leave every time he gets somewhere at this point.
Yeah, like
All right.
He's not gonna be happy with any situation that he's in.
Yeah.
All right, though. And Miles said, we don't know what the backdoor conversations were, right? So if it was a situation where Daryl Morey, a guy who Harden's, he's been a part of his organizations, he's had a close relationship with him, said something to him, that obviously isn't happening or whatever. And I can see how that's a problem. In addition to that, I think I could speak for everybody. We all want, our folks to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I want James to get paid, but I always wonder what these players actually want from their careers when it's all, said and done. I think James could go somewhere, possibly. I think it's going to be harder now because Houston got Van Vliet and Brooks on their books now. I think he could still go somewhere and get some money. I think somebody still would pay him, but he's not going to be in a winning environment. He's not going to have the same chance he would playing next to a Joel Embiid. Does he want to win a championship in this?
At this point, I don't believe it.
Nah, he just wants money.
I mean, like we can go through the list of players he's played with these last 5 years and the teams that they've had. Like at this point,
Yeah.
I mean, arguably, even though I think it was going to be hard with the Rockets team, just the way that they played basketball, even though they were extremely good. That was a great chance. I mean, the Nets.
Yeah.
The Nets.
That's just kind of imploded.
Is Rich Paul his agent?
Yeah,
because if he is, he's getting paid. He's just gonna get $50 million deal for 1 year.
I doubt it. I doubt he is, but I don't know though.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
Troy Payne. I'm not
100%
sure. I'm sure he backs a lot of players though.
Yeah.
I don't know, but if you look at Harden's moves, it would tell you that, yeah, he's trying to be on a competitive team. He's trying to compete and win. We know Harden is a hooper at heart. He loves to play. I'm sure he loves to win as well. Like, who doesn't? I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like you fall into that trap of wondering what these players want, and I don't know. But I want to take it a step further. So we got to talk about this dumpster fire. Is that what you called it, Parker? A dumpster
Look,
fire of a franchise?
the process been going on, man, for a long time.
The process is over.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on there.
Too far. I agree with Parker when he says it's a dumpster fire, but like
It's not the player's fault.
And he's still in his prime, and we still have Tyrese Maxey, who's he's gonna be a superstar in a year or two. Like we just need that one more player.
Here we go, talking about superstar again.
Y'all paid Tobias Harris like $1 billion to just watch basketball.
We made a lot of problems. I won't lie. We made a lot of problems. We're a dumpster fire, but we still have a chance. The process, it's still going. It's still going.
That's exactly where I need to stop you. That's where I need to stop you because you're making me upset with that diatribe, that rambling that you just put on right there. You're making me upset with that. So I need to stop you. First and foremost, don't try to double back and call Tyrese Maxey like he's gonna have some type of superstar trajectory all of a sudden because you were trying to ship him out on the first boat instead of Harden. You wanted Harden instead of Tyrese Maxey, and I told you that Maxey was the favorite. So I need you to stop right there. I need you to stop.
Well, nah, you're taking it all out of context, but I'll let you go.
We'll just run back the tape. But anyway, I need you to stop with that first and foremost. Secondly, the process that's been done. That is over. That was over.
MVP last year.
No. That was over when Jason Tatum put 50 something points on y'all in game. What was it? 7? In game 7. All right. That's when the process was out the door. Okay. Mm-hmm. And lastly, you want to fall back on the cushion, the big cushion of we have Joel Embiid. Everything's fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Joel Embiid is waiting to put on an Atlanta Hawk jersey. Like he's been waiting on it for a minute.
Bro.
Like,
nah, you can stop.
No. You need to understand that he's been waiting to put on an Atlanta Hawk jersey. He's been waiting to put on a Chicago Bulls jersey. Like he's just waiting on this James Harden dust to settle. You know, once he's out the door, so is Joel. Okay. And that's going to be the end of it.
He wants to play with the best passer in the league. That's what he wants to do. He wants to play with Trae Young.
Probably. That they would look good together. You know that.
Bro, no one wants to play with that 5.
In conclusion, though, it's over.
He puts the ball. You put your hands up and the ball just hits you. Like no matter where you are. He doesn't even have to be in the building. Just the ball just comes.
He did it with Harden. Like, obviously wasn't enough. Like, Trae, what is he going to do? Score 15 points per game in the playoffs again? Like, that's not going to help Joel. James
Harden is like, he just falls apart year after year in the playoffs.
He was terrible.
Trae Young loves the big stage. Like, I don't know.
But Parker, what you're witnessing right now is deflecting. You know what I'm saying? We brought up 3 different points, 3 separate points around why this franchise is on a downwards trajectory.
Do you want me to respond? Like, I'll respond.
You want to talk about Trae Young and James Harden? That's what you want to talk about.
Nah.
Talk to me about Philly. What's next for y'all?
What's next? I mean, you were kind of right when you said the process was over, but like, we're just reloading. We're in the rebuilding process of the process. Okay, so we're getting the process started.
Y'all are trying to retool the process.
This is the restart. We pushed the restart button.
2/3 of what the process was is not on the team anymore. So like,
nah. People get that all messed up. The process was never about JJ Redick there and Jimmy Butler and signing Tobias. It's all about Joel. It's all about building around Joel.
No, I wasn't talking about JJ Redick or Jimmy Butler.
JJ Redick's an analyst for lag.
I'm talking about like your back-to-back like top 3 picks of like Fultz, Simmons, Embiid, and like you only have one left. Like the process has been over. Yeah. James Harden is finna leave. So like y'all's wins are just James Harden is crucial for y'all's team. I'm not like taking away from that, but like your win total is gonna go down because of that. Like, and just
will it?
How long does Joel have on his contract? Because maybe he will be out of there sooner than later.
Nah, y'all are silly, bro. Y'all are silly. Okay, let me lay it out for you. this year we'll probably go into the season without James Harden. That's fine. We did that before when Ben Simmons didn't want to play. We had the offense ran by Tyrese Maxey and Joel. We won a lot of games. We were fine.
Ben Simmons.
That's what we're going to have to do this year.
I'll just want to.
It's not going to be the same because Tyrese Maxey is going to be better. Joel, he's going to be better. He's averaging 34 points per game. Like our pieces around them are going to be better. Like Tobias, he should be better. He had a really good year last year. I feel like we have pieces around Joel that fit him. We just need shooters. We just need that one piece, that one superstar. And then I feel like the process is back.
But that sounds so easy. Like that.
It is easy.
Yeah, like, this isn't 2K.
It happened last time. When the process was over with Ben Simmons. We got James Harden out of Ben Simmons. Who do you think we can get James Harden out of? We can get.
When was the last time y'all went to the Eastern Conference?
It doesn't seem like James Harden was going to get traded.
Joel's never been.
No,
That's
Parker.
true.
That was going to be my next point, Parker. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm extremely glad that you brought that up on the podcast.
I'm confused. What age was Stephen Curry when he got to the Western Conference Finals?
No. We're not talking about.
Yeah, don't do that.
We're not talking about Steph right now. We're not talking.
There was Kobe in the West.
Now, we want to keep this on the Philadelphia 76ers conversation. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep this on the 76ers.
It's a comparison.
Y'all have not been past the second round. No. Listen to me now. Y'all have not been past the second round since I was running around with Lil Tykes. You know what I'm saying? I was down the red slide. I was swinging in the backyard. You feel me? And I was playing tetherball. That's the last time y'all been out. You dig what I'm saying?
That's irrelevant.
So now we're looking at your team,
to the point.
And we're taking your number 2 option, right? The number 2 assist man in the league that we have, James Harden, Hall of Famer, former MVP. We're taking him off your team. What?
He's not our number 2. You know this.
He was y'all's number 2, was he not?
No.
Yes, he was.
No,
he's not.
I mean,
usage-wise, just because, he missed a lot of shots.
Was our second option.
No.
Yes.
No.
James Harden had the ball in his hand 60% of the game.
Huh?
James Harden had the ball in his hand.
That's how point guards play.
Oh.
They're supposed to have the rock in their hand to get assists. That's how that works.
And average 20-something.
You're usually one of the top options if you do that.
He's the top option. You're right. He's not the second. Tyrese Maxey was what are we talking about? We talked about.
What are you talking about?
Tyrese Maxey the second scoring option. He might not be the second best.
He's trying to correct me to get me off my pivot. I understand. I really understand. Now we're just splitting hairs at this point, trying to find some type of silver lining out of the conversation. I get where we're at right now, but my point is but my point is, if you couldn't get out the second round with this team, you're not gonna do it this season,
bro. James Harden folded multiple games, so it's like his good game doesn't really matter if we're really gonna talk about it. So let's throw him out the equation.
Okay, but what about your new coach, your brand new head coach? Do we want to put him in the equation? The brand new scheme that he's gonna try and implement to get y'all some type of success in Philly.
He's a better defensive coach, so I think that'll help us in one way. But I don't know about offensive. I have to see it within our offense. I have to see how he uses Joel, how he uses Maxey. That really matters. I don't know. You're asking me something I've never seen.
You don't know.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I do. I do. It's gonna take time. We both know this. It's gonna take time to develop. It's gonna take time to mesh, blend, find a way to salvage broken parts. It is. But the problem is Joel Embiid doesn't have this. He doesn't have it. He does it. He's on his own time. He's in his prime. He's trying to win. He's trying to win now. Right. So, he's out of there.
Joel has said multiple times he does not want to really play anywhere other than Philly. He said that. Even when he joked about
it sounds good.
Even when he joked about saying I want to play somewhere else if I have to win somewhere else, he literally was on Twitter the next minute and said, I was joking. Because, the point is, he's going to be in Philadelphia until he retires. We're gonna try. The process is never ending. I'm letting you know that right now. All we have to do is find the pieces around him to fit him. That's what they do with Jokic. That's what they do with every superstar. They have to find pieces that fit around Joel.
And I think that Maxi is part of that. And we just need one more piece.
If the process isn't ending, it's
I
lagging.
mean, I guess that could
But,
could that be a case to be made too? Like, are you like Tyrese Maxey is good, but like, are we putting him on the same level as Jamal Murray right now?
Oh, don't say it.
No.
Not right now.
like,
Right,
is that
Joel's
what you're trying to do?
29.
Huh?
Yeah, like you definitely think Joel has a time machine and he'll just be a 33 point per game bucket for the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you're too used to LeBron. Like, and not everyone does that.
Yeah, like come on, especially that injury prone big man. But
Yeah.
we go keep it moving though. I'll spare you. I'm sorry we had to do that. Yeah, though. It's all love though. You know what I'm saying? Like it really is.
Nah, just keep it pushing, bro.
You know, I hope y'all can figure it out. But
There's no way he.
So we have some more Twitter things to get to. I just want a little longer video. I just want to play this for y'all, just so we all have the context of what's going on with this.
I mean, I did get actually a lot of support. I mean, would that be fair? You know, I am 7 foot, 270 pounds, and if I decided to identify myself as a woman and decided to play in WNBA, put on a wig, and I changed my name to just say Anisha, would that be fair to all the women, you know, who chasing their dreams since they were a little kid? That's what I'm saying. Like, where are all the women rights activists? Where are all the feminists? You know, who has to stand up for these cause first?
Okay, I mean, he didn't have to add that last little bit. But like, this argument of like
Anisha Cantor. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
I need the freedom.
Yeah, you're right. Excuse me. Anisha Freedom. There you go.
Anisha Freedom.
I would keep it broad. Is he throwed?
I mean, he's not wrong for saying what he's saying with like, yeah, if he went into the league, like he would probably be the most dominant player in the WNBA ever. But like this general debate on like transgender athletes, like which should they, you know, do their profession in the men's side or the women's side, depending on how they identify or whatnot. Like that is a very difficult conversation to have. And I think even though the pool of like transgender athletes is probably so small, like people don't like this, but like the best option might be to have them in their own league category, one might say, like, because it's physiologically like it doesn't make sense. Like for someone that was a man, born a man, went through puberty as a man, but then transitioned to a woman at like an older age, let's say like 25 or something, to go compete in a women's sport, like that is still completely unfair. They will literally just be bigger, stronger, and better than the rest.
Wait, I got to make a point with this one.
Go ahead, Mark. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. First of all, that is hilarious, him saying he'd average 60 and 30. Because like he didn't need to throw the stats out there, but like I mean, he would at least give you 60 and 30. But I mean, we all know like the college swimmer that did it and dominated. But now we're talking about a 7 foot professional basketball player, not a low tier like university or whatever basketball player. We're talking about a dude who's in the league for like 10 years. Like he wasn't a superstar by any means, but he would have a wilt game. He would have 100 in one game. He would do it. I mean, that's all I had to say, because I mean, the whole Brittany Griner, Boogie Cousins thing, like that's what this is.
But be honest, Parker, though, like it is Cantor is not Boogie. You know what I mean? Like he's not Boogie Cousins. So
yeah, no.
So my only issue that I have, 60 is throw, 40 maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like 40.
No, 60 is not thrown at all.
He would probably get 60, bro.
Dude, all he has to do is just like he's just so strong compared to them. Like just call it right there, one dribble, and everyone's on their ass. Like it's easy layup.
I guess it's the average. It's an average. He probably wouldn't average 60, but like
Let me be. Let me be
50.
Who can block him? No one can dunk.
Y'all are bugging. Let me be 100% crystal. Let me be crystal clear though, because I'm trying to get these guys to be, WNBA fans. I don't watch myself very often, but when I do, I understand that a guy like Ennis Cantor, somebody that I don't know if he plays now anywhere. Like I don't know if he, plays overseas, whatever. I'm sure he's in some type of shape, but if he were to walk on a WNBA floor, he has to guard as well. Like, he has to get up and down.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Fire, bro.
Dude, 60 is thrown. That's all I'm trying to say.
He would be heat point every year, MVP every year. He wouldn't lose a game ever. He would go undefeated in his whole career.
The women are skillful, but like,
yes,
there's something to be said about like a person that's just physically stronger. Like, and yeah, he's a 7-footer, so like I'm sure there's actually people that are probably faster than him, but
definitely
not any big men or big women.
Yeah, probably so. Only the guards,
like,
and they're probably only quicker. Like,
I don't know. I really don't know. 60 is thrown. 60 is thrown. Like, they should have said that. He should have said that. Ian, you got anything about this one?
No, I think 60 is right on. I think I think he nailed it.
Anyway, what you averaging in a WNBA setting? Like, be real with me. Like, what's your stat line if you walked into a WNBA play this season? Like,
giving you a solid 5 and 5. Nothing too major.
5?
You're modest.
No.
Nah.
I can see like.
Well, don't try.
2.8 and wait a minute now. 2.8 and you have to get big. Like, you're not just about to board up on people. Like, you gotta get big.
Like, body and Brittany Griner too. Like,
no, you're not.
I'm not knowing if that's the case.
She'd give you the business.
There are certain
Liz Cabbage. Hey, Parker, Liz Cabbage.
Yeah, that's a big body. It is, but I feel like if I were to go to the WNBA right now, first year rookie of the year, then second year most improved. By the third year, I'm MVP and WNBA Finals MVP. All right.
So wait a minute, Parker. So I'm gonna move on, but so you mean to tell me if let's say Caitlin Clark came out or something like that?
She can't jump with me.
That's you're
I'm gonna be the first guard to put someone on a poster in the WNBA.
When I tell you that Caitlin give you that, pull up from
I'd be the dirtiest WNBA player ever. I'd be Grayson Allen of the WNBA. I'd want to make her quit. She would quit if she played against me. No easy lad. She's going flying into the third row.
Oh no! I don't know what basketball you playing. Like, you still got that wide receiver in you.
Football players got to hoop like that.
There you go. Take 5 pot. Keep it going. Got some. I put some soccer in here. Parker, you keep up with soccer? Any soccer?
I'm not gonna lie. I not really. I mean, really. The whole Messi thing's everywhere. So I mean, I do see that, but
I watched the World Cup. Crazy. Yeah, but nah, Messi is crazy right now. I don't know what to like. It's almost like home runs at this point. You know what I mean? The way he's getting these goals, like it's just like every game. Like,
I'm pretty sure like Atlanta's own Joseph Martinez. He's the single season leader in goals. Who is also Messi's teammate right now in Miami. I'm sure Messi's whatever the number is, and it was pretty high. Like Messi's gonna surpass that. They were only in like a preseason like League Cup or whatnot, but I mean the squad that Inter Miami is building is just like it's an old Barcelona super team, so it's gonna get rough for the rest of the league.
It's just I don't know. Like we're definitely gonna have to keep following MLS throughout this this time, especially because there's a lot of hype right now. Like it's just a lot of hype with this Messi thing and everything. But yeah, so I saw this Twitter thing. Ronaldo or Messi? Who's gonna finish the season with more goals in MLS? If you had to say, Ma.
I mean, as much as I love Ronaldo, like it probably is Messi right now because like even Ronaldo, like in the Saudi league, like he'll have some down games, so
Okay.
he doesn't have that. It seems like he doesn't. I don't watch. I've watched one of the Saudi games, like at least a half, but like I only get to watch the highlights really. But
Yeah.
it's just not the same Ronaldo. But then again, he's also 39. So what can you do?
This is true. And Messi getting up there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
36.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything like this Messi thing. I haven't seen it. So
I mean,
I'll go with Messi.
I mean, and the quality of goals he's getting is ridiculous as well. So
yeah, it's been some nasty goals for sure. Take 5 pot. Last one. So Shannon Sharp is joining Stephen A. Smith on First Take. So it's official. It's happening. This post says that he's going to be on there Mondays and Tuesdays. Okay. So earlier, Parker, we had an episode talking about this potential link up in sports media. We said that it'd be interesting. It might be a little bit wild, but would this make you tune into a First Take in the morning? This duo right here.
You know, when it was, I like when personalities on these type of shows, these type of sports shows, just like come, like they're not too good of friends. Like Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp was hilarious. Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith was hilarious.
Yeah.
But I feel like Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. are probably just too buddy. Like no one's gonna want to get their feelings hurt. Like that's what makes these shows so entertaining. So I mean, I don't know. They're two of the best TV personalities out there. I love both of them. So I mean, obviously, like I'll continue to watch.
See, now that's something that we're gonna have to, definitely look for. I think he has a good point with that. Like it has to be a good balance there. It definitely has to be a good mesh. You know how ESPN, how they got their script every show or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, they gonna have something to debate about. Like they have something to get into it about. So it should be funny.
It should Kendrick be funny. Perkins on there.
Nah, they're gonna throw like a Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Perkins, and,
perked up.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be like. Just screaming at you at 10 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, put Mad Dog Russo up there.
Mad Dog.
That would be.
No, I honestly, out of all the First Takes moves they made, like I thought Mad Dog was probably the worst one. Like, because oh my gosh, I couldn't stand hearing him in the mornings.
He just did it on purpose.
I think that's definitely what had me like completely like kind of stop watching First Take. Is like when Mad Dog was on, like it was a little too throwed sometimes, and like yeah. Michael Irving was pretty entertaining, but I don't think he's gonna be coming back because of his off the camera issues. So I mean, Shannon Sharp filling in like that role of like, because Michael Irving was only there on Mondays, I think. So
yeah,
I think that'll be fine. Hopefully, like that comment suggests, and I think I saw this exact post, I guess, but I had saw someone say like Shannon does need his own show, and I'm sure that should happen eventually.
Yeah. But I mean, if I'm Shannon though, I mean, Undisputed, that was what, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Their show, you know what I mean? So you change that to 2 days a week. I'm sure he's getting paid that ESPN, that Disney Plus bag.
Oh yeah, so that Mickey bag for
that Mickey bag. So I don't know. Like that's a good deal. Coming to work 2 days. Chat up a bit.
Too. Y'all watch Get Up?
Yeah.
Sometimes Get Up's good. Yeah.
And then the Pat McAfee show is getting added in 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, I believe. So
okay, so that's happened.
And I don't know if I'm sorry to cut you off, but like I don't know if anyone really cares, but like that's going to become like the primetime ESPN show because I mean, he's killing the game right now. So
yeah, we'll definitely have to. We'll get him on the pod, really, and
Yeah.
get him on the pod. Okay, so Stephen A, Shannon Sharp, that duo, but they're also Richard Sherman and Skip Bayless teaming up for the Undisputed now. Okay, so what do you think about that personality, that duo, that dynamic?
I mean, Richard Sherman is hilarious.
yeah, I think it'll be
It
another
goes back to
entertaining
his
duo.
Seahawks days. Yeah. Like you give him a little bit of a camera time and he's going to make the most of it. Now he's on a show. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. And Skip Bayless is an idiot. So I mean,
This is true.
No, I know Skip's
Nah, that's gonna
get
be
under his
funny.
skin, bro. He's gonna try and get under his skin just so
He
can
will.
get reactions at Sherman.
True. But I don't know. Richard Sherman's not Unk though. You know what I mean? Like they might get into it. He's
Nah,
saying the
they
wrong
might.
thing. Like they might
They might.
actually get into it on there. Like you never know.
I feel like that show, watching that show like 7, 8 in the morning is the equivalent getting in your car first thing in the morning, full blast NBA YoungBoy as loud as you can.
Pretty
I mean,
much.
It's
Get
just
you a Red
it's going to be a
Bull.
lot. Yeah.
Like, yeah. I'd take 5 pod, man. That's all I got for the slides. But Ian wanted to bring some more football talk in here, so let's do it.
All right, guys. I just wanted to go over the top 5 teams in the NFC. We've been doing top 5 wide receivers, top 5 running backs, top 5 quarterbacks. Now we're going to do top 5 teams. So, Parker, since you're the guest, let's start with you. Give me your top 5 NFC teams.
All right. Well, at number 1, I think I hate to say it just because Ian's on here. Actually, I'm going to go with my hot take. We're on the hot pod. I mean,
You got to get the takes there.
The 49ers are the healthy QB. It's a toss-up. I'm not saying that they're better than the Eagles, but I can't say that the Eagles are better than the Niners. The 49ers are the healthy QB.
That's fair.
Their defense is unreal. They got Debo. They just drafted my teammate, Darrell Luter, at corner. I mean, here we go. We're kind of rooting for him, but I got love for the Eagles. Are good, like Jalen Hurts, and then so that's like 1, 2. 3. I also hate to say 3 might be the Cowboys.
Maybe
it might be the Cowboys if Dak Prescott takes care of the football. Like it's the Cowboys. Then I got to go Vikings. Vikings at 4 and Lions at 5. I'm a Jared Goff guy. I hate the media's riding him now because I thought he was underrated last year, but
Okay.
Kirk Cousins also the GOAT.
Okay, for sure. Parker, you mentioned you had a friend on the Cowboys.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Cowboy?
So
You got to get
my
him
friend,
on the pod.
yeah, Jalen Tolbert, receiver. He just scored last preseason game. He's on
Yeah,
there.
he's pretty
So,
good.
yeah, I think he's going to get some minutes this year, definitely with Gallup, like a little 3A, 3B.
Say less. Nah, definitely. You got to get him on the podcast. Like we're holding you to it. It's gonna be a clip.
I got
And,
you. I got you.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
send
gonna
him
be
this
my
one.
first clip. My first clip I post and tag you and be like, yeah, Parker said, then it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be my clip. But that's Parker's 5. Miles, you are next.
I mean, I can't disagree with 1/2 Eagles and 49ers. Even though I probably give the edge to the 49ers. And yeah, it's funny, like the fact that you say healthy QB, but like, because I think that's how close, or I don't think it's close with the healthy QB actually. Like I think they probably are just the better team. But we'll see as the time plays out. So I'll say we'll split it. I'll say the 49ers are 1, Eagles are a close second. We'll say it's close enough. 3, 4, 5, like Cowboys, that's
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know if I can throw the Cowboys in there. I'll throw the Vikings in. I just NFC, is the NFC weaker this year? Like the AFC just seems like it's such a I mean, okay, not the Falcons. I don't
Like this is crazy.
I was
This
just
is
talking about that
throw.
with my dad last night, where like the NFC South, like I don't think I can put any of the NFC South in the top 4 because it's just it'll probably every team will be. You can't go 500, but you'll probably be that 9-7, 7-9. Like I think the division will be close to that, like kind of how the NFC East is usually. I don't know. I'll give a shout to the Seahawks as well. I mean, I don't think they'll be as good as the 49ers, of course, but I think they're a team that's trending back in the right direction, especially with Geno and now Kenneth Walker gonna be doing exactly what he did in college, just killing the game. So I don't know. That was 3 or 4, something like that. I don't even know if I can say a 5th team because everything else is, I feel like the rest of the NFC is just like mid. I don't even want to throw my Packers in because I think we're gonna have a tough time in our division as well. So that's a difficult one.
Then go ahead and go AFC then. Let's go ahead and switch to AFC. It's crazy how I mentioned my Falcons. Like that's just crazy.
Not the Falcons.
Nah, I think we all know that one's not.
and no
Rams got a
look
shot.
for the Giants. Like
Nah,
no shouts. Like no love, nothing. Like
No love.
wow.
They do not deserve that.
They beat the Vikings in the playoffs. So.
That's true. But you said AFC?
Yeah, let's go AFC. Or do you have yours already, Ian?
For what? For AFC? Yeah, I can go AFC. One, I'm gonna go obviously the Chiefs. I think that's most people's number one because they just have the best quarterback and best coach. Number 2, honestly, I think it's the Ravens, especially with the addition of Odell. And they've got Roquan and they just got Jadeveon Clowney. Like I think that defense is gonna be very, very good. And Lamar he's gonna win MVP this year. And then number 3 team, I'm gonna have to go Bills. I think Josh Allen, he's just that good. Even though their wide receiver core isn't that good, and it's just really just Diggs in my opinion. I think he's that good of a runner and that good of a passer. I think he can carry them. Number 4, I'm gonna have to go Bengals. I like Joe Burrow. I like that offense. If he can stay healthy, I think they have a really good chance of going to the Super Bowl. Number 5, I'm gonna go Jets. I like the Jets this year. I think they have a top 5 defense. I think Aaron Rodgers is still a top 5 quarterback in the NFC. I still think that they have a good coach in Robert Saleh, so I think they'll go pretty far this year.
Ravens at 2.
Yeah, nah.
Yes, sir.
Nah.
Dude, you have to remember they were so good last year before
somebody
Lamar got
jump in
hurt.
here.
I mean, I think I love Lamar. I think he's the most disrespected quarterback in the league, in my opinion. But I mean, having the Ravens at 2 and not the Bengals or the Bills. I mean, I think the Bengals are ahead of the Bills.
Bengals, yeah.
But I mean, I'll just run my 5 real quick. Obviously, Chiefs, and then I got the Bengals. Just their offense is crazy, and then I'll give it to the Bills. And then man, maybe it gets interesting around 4 and 5. I'm not putting the Ravens at 4. I can't do that.
So you definitely have the Bengals winning the AFC North?
Yeah, I got them winning it. Yeah. And then my sleeper team, they're not my top 5. My sleeper team is the Steelers this year. I think the Steelers will be good, but I'd put Jets at 4 just because A-Rod's A-Rod. Then 5. Yeah, it might be the Ravens. Yeah, I'll put the Ravens at 5. I'll put the Ravens.
That's solid top 5. I like it.
Miles, you got the Ravens in your 5?
It's probably similar to Parker's. I think in this, because we still really haven't seen the Jets play. Like we are only going off of speculation, of course. I mean, yeah, Chiefs, Bengals, Bills are top 3, I guess. But like, I guess the Jets could very well get thrown to the top 3, you know, given how they start the season, how the season goes. Because if we get Jets and Bills week 1, I think week 1 or 2, which is nice. I don't know. There's 4 and 5 is a bit weird. If Ravens are top 5, they would be 5. I don't know. I'm bad with these today.
So there's no love to Miami, is what I'm understanding.
Dude, I missed. I
was gonna say an honorable mention, but I just didn't know if I could put them top 5 either.
Yeah, like
you could say like Miami, the Chargers, yeah.
Am I wrong in saying
Jacksonville? But
yeah, but I mean, am I wrong in saying that Miami and the Ravens, like, they could be, you know, similar in the win-loss column at the end of the year, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's probably the problem. Like, there's a lot of teams that seem like they could all have around the same record, but
yeah, that's true.
It's possible.
AFC's loaded, man.
know?
Yeah.
No love to the Chargers.
Nah.
I do think the Chargers will be better this year if they stay healthy. That's literally their only problem.
They went and drafted a receiver with their first round pick. Like, that is not what they needed.
Yeah.
I think he's good though, but I don't know why they did it.
I mean, they were the worst blowout away from winning the first round last year. Like, they had a pretty good year last year, considering things.
It wasn't bad.
They didn't have Mike Williams. They didn't have a couple of people.
All right. I mean, y'all showing no love for like no love.
I just want to say one thing. I think y'all are overrating the Bills. Like, the Bills are not that fire. Like, we saw them struggle at the end of the year. Like, Lamar.
I think the Sixers suck, and I don't believe that they'll recover until they blow up their roster. What now?
Who are you referring to? I didn't.
I was talking about the Sixers. My bad.
You're back to basketball. What?
I got carried away.
I want to ask you a question, not for real. How many wins do you think we're gonna have this year?
What'd y'all have last year? Like 56? It was a lot.
Around that. We had around 50.
Somewhere around there.
It was a lot of wins, I believe.
Y'all
finished. Y'all had to finish third.
54
We finished fourth.
In third.
No, you didn't finish fourth. You finished third.
Oh.
Yeah, you finished in front of the Cavs, right?
And that was with Joel, Tyrese, and Harden missing like 40.
Wait a minute. Nah, wait a minute. Nah. It's slowly roll with it.
That's pretty tough.
Well, you had very great coaching that, was swept under the rug at the end of the year because y'all needed a scapegoat. Like,
Doug River is gonna be a Doris Burke for a reason, bro. He's not good at his job.
But you see, Parker, my problem with Ian is the fact that Philadelphia, they had their winningest regular season that they've had in years under the coaching and tutelage of Doc Rivers. He took the talent of Joel Embiid. He took him from, a superstar, a great player to an MVP Hall of Famer.
Exactly.
But we disrespect him at the end of the year. So I don't. What, Ian?
Nah, whoa! You said he took
him getting fired. Crazy.
Say it again. Yeah, he took Joel from a superstar to MVP talent and a Hall of Famer. Yes, he did.
Not. Joel Embiid was already an MVP caliber player before Doc Rivers got there. What are we talking about? He had his first MVP caliber year three years ago now. He should have won it that year. He should have won it the year after that. He should have won it. But he probably shouldn't have won it this year, in my opinion. Like, Jokic probably deserved it this year, but he deserved it those other 2 years. So it's not like Doc Rivers brought something out of him.
But he didn't. So you know what I'm saying.
And-
So just humor me though. Just humor me. That's why I'm confused. You know, that's just why I'm confused though. That's my perspective of things. And now when we look into the future, that's where it gets, very bleak. Very abysmal over there, if you ask me. So I'm just,
Aren't you a Lakers fan and a Hawks fan?
Yeah, we made it past the second round last year.
Bro, come on. Bro.
And sadly enough, do you know what we did last year? Do you remember?
What?
Nothing.
You got swept? Yeah, I remember that. I remember they brought the brooms.
I'm talking about the year before that. We didn't.
I don't remember.
Came back, and now we had a better year than Philly at the end of the day. So, that's just Lakers. That's just how we do things. So whatever.
Anyway.
Well, yeah. Anywho, any more comments? Any more questions before we wrap this thing up?
I just got one. For Ian. Ian is out of big men. Where's Joel Embiid? 1, 2, or 3? He's obviously top 3, but is he 1, 2, or 3? I want you to answer that.
I'll give him 2 right now, but it's fluid, as Stephen A likes to say. Anything can change at any moment.
Who's won? You got Jokic at 1?
Yeah, obviously Jokic has won. He just won a chip and just averaged a triple-double in the finals. Even though it was a terrible opponent, he did his job. So I'll give it to him.
So you're putting, because you just said championship. Giannis has a championship.
Yeah, I don't really. Okay.
That's when it gets sticky though. It depends on if you really consider him a 4-5 big man, right?
Yeah.
So,
I
assumed you were talking about AD, who would be there if he was consistent enough. But
yeah.
I might see Giannis over Joel too, but that's a different story.
Yeah, so now we get into that ring territory, everybody can average 30. Everybody can, get the stats, the
34?
numbers. But
no one can average 34 like that.
He's probably the best scorer out of the 3, Embiid.
And he's had the least help out of
Yeah, no, he's definitely, he's way more skilled too.
Yeah, he's the best scorer.
Hasn't had LeBron.
Just a loser, Just
hasn't had a best team.
Why'd you say LeBron?
Yeah,
so that's who AD has.
Okay, but he was already establishing himself as a top big man in New Orleans.
He was not
that have to check Parker though. It's weird we didn't mention Anthony Davis in this discussion.
He's always hurt, man. I'm very aware of how skilled Anthony Davis is. We saw the bubble playoff runs.
Yep.
But he needs to be available.
Indeed.
It's like Kawhi. Everyone's not talking about Kawhi being top 5 in the league. Kawhi, when he's healthy, is a monster. And I hate the disrespect. I'm a Kawhi fan. Kawhi is a monster. But he doesn't play. So you can't discuss him with all these superstars.
He has a point. I have no debate for that one. So at Take 5 Pod, man, we can go ahead and wrap this thing up. Make sure y'all follow us on all social media. Make sure y'all check out our website, take5pod.com. Just went up. Get more of a description about us and a description about the podcast. Special thanks to our guest, Parker Killett. Make sure y'all follow him on all social media. And Parker, thank you. Hopefully we have you back.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, it was fun.
And we out.